A new series and new stars: Mule Suttles, Ted Trent, Double Duty Redcliffe, Willie Wells, and Cool Papa Bell for the St. Louis Stars of 1930. The Montreal Expos will show us John Wetland, Cliff Floyd, Pedro Martinez, Ken Hill, and Larry Walker. And also, I should not forget Moises Alou, who got the game-winning hit for the National League of the All-Star game held in Pittsburgh in 1994. The Montreal Expos of 94 were 74-40. They had the best record in baseball when the strike went down. And the St. Louis Stars were champions of the Negro Leagues. They were champions in 28, 30, and 31 of the Negro National League. This was the year that Larry Walker caught a fly ball from Mike Piazza near the right field stands, and Larry Walker handed the ball to a young fan, 6-year-old Sebastian Napier. Walker thought that was the third out. It wasn't. He saw Jose Offerman running around the bases, realized that it wasn't the third out, got the ball back, and still held Offerman to only going to third base. Unfortunately, the next pitch was a home run by Tim Wallach, and those runs scored anyway. Hello everybody, this is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics, bringing to you a new series of the all-time great tournaments. This series is the 1930 St. Louis Stars and the 1994 Montreal Expos. Here's the starting lineups for today's game. First of all, for the St. Louis Stars, they're going to lead off with Cool Papa Bell, Giles, Branch Brussel, Willie Wells, Mule Suttles, Creasy, John Russell, Double Duty Radcliffe as the catcher, and Hensley as the pitcher. The Expos will have Marquise Grissom lead off, Mike Lansing at second base, Moises Alou in left field. Phillips is dead. Larry Walker in right field, Will Cordero at shortstop, Sean Berry at third base, and Cliff Floyd at first base, Darren Fletcher the catcher, and Pedro Martinez is the starting pitcher. Pedro Martinez is a grade B pitcher with an X modifier. All right, we're ready for the first roll, and Cool Papa Bell steps in the box against Pedro Martinez. 35 is a fly ball to center field. One down. We're using basic Apba, and Montreal is using fielding column 2. St. Louis defensively is fielding column 1. First baseman George Giles steps in the box. 24 is a swing and miss for strike 3. 2 down. And Branch Russell. 1-6 is a ground out to the shortstop, Cordero. 3 up and 3 down for the St. Louis Stars. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Montreal coming to bat. Logan Hensley takes the mound, and Marquise Grissom steps in the box for Montreal. 41 is the roll. That's going to be a ground ball to Willie Wells at shortstop. 1 down. Mike Lansing. 43. Ground ball back to Hensley. He's got it. Throws to first. 2 outs. Lansing from Rawlins, Wyoming. How many Major League players are from Wyoming? Here is Moises Alou. 26 is a 27. That's going to be a ground ball to third base. And that play is made by Creasy. 5-3. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the second inning. No score. Willie Wells, who hit over 400 in 1930, leads off for the Stars. 64 is going to be a single for Willie Wells. fast runner. And here is Mule Settles, power hitter, along with Josh Gibson, probably two of the most renowned power hitters in Negro League Baseball. Here's the pitch to George Mule Settles. 56 is a base on balls, and Stars have runners at first and second. No outs, and A.D. Creasy's the batter. Dewey Creasy, 261 hitter in 1930. 42 is a walk to Creasy. No outs, and Pedro Martinez is surrounded. There is John Henry Russell. Infield is back from Montreal. 32 is a 26. That's going to be a, let's see, batter safe at first. Fielder's choice at second, 4-6. Retiring Settles at second base. Wells scores, or excuse me, retires Creasy at second base. Russell goes to first. So first and third, St. Louis is on the board. That brings up Ted Radcliffe, double duty Radcliffe, first and third, one down. He is catching today. 56 is a 34. That's going to be a fly out to left field. Sacrifice fly. Scoring Mule Settles. 2-0 St. Louis. Now 2 outs. Pitcher Logan Hensley. And 32 is a ground out to the, let's see, let me go on the right page. 4 to ground out to second base, 4-3. So with a single and 2 walks, Stars get 2 runs, and we go to the bottom of the second, 2-0 St. Louis. All right, Hall of Famer Larry Walker steps up to the plate. 23 is a 26 ground out to second base, 4-3. Shortstop Will Cordero. 43 is a ground ball back to the pitcher Hensley, 1-3, 2 outs. Sean Berry. Montreal still looking for their first base runner. Here's the pitch to Sean Berry. 1-6 is a ground out to the shortstop Willie Wells. We go to the top of the third inning, 2-0 St. Louis. Cole Papa Bell started out his major league career as a pitcher, but was soon switched to a position player as he was the fastest man in Negro Leagues baseball. He won the 1934 East-West Negro League All-Star game by scoring from second base on a ground ball. That was the winning run. There's a pitch to Cole Papa Bell. 62 is a strikeout. 1 down. George Giles. 31 is a fly ball to center field. Marquise Grissom puts it away. There's 2 down. Branch Russell. Ground out short his first time up. 35 is a single for Branch Russell. And Willie Wells singled his first time up. 65 is going to be a foul out to the shortstop, Will Cordero. 3 outs. Go to the bottom of the third, 2-0 St. Louis. All right, Cliff Floyd, who I've always enjoyed as an analyst on the MLB Network, will lead off for the Expos. 35 is a 41 foul ball, strike 1. 43 is a ground ball back to Hensley. First out, catcher Darren Fletcher. 36 is a ground ball to third base. 2 outs. That was Dewey Creasy making the play, and no, Pedro Martinez. 34 is a fly ball to center field. It's been 9 up and 9 down for the Expos. We go to the top of the fourth. 2-0 St. Louis Stars. Neil Settles leads off for the Stars. 23 is a strikeout. That's the third strikeout for Pedro Martinez. And Dewey Creasy steps in the box. 24 is a fly ball to right field. Caught by Larry Walker. 2 outs. And now John Russell. 23 is a 26. That's going to be a ground out to second base, 4-3. At the bottom of the fourth, St. Louis 2, Montreal nothing. The Expos will lead off with Marquise Grissom, top of the order. 62 is a 26. That's a ground out to second base. Four to three, one down. Mike Lansing. 65 is a pop out to the catcher Radcliffe. 2 outs. Moises Alou. 24 is a strikeout for Alou, and it's been 12 up and 12 down. We go to the fifth. 2-0 St. Louis Stars. All right, Ted Radcliffe leads off for the Stars. 26 is a ground ball to the shortstop Cordero. 1 away. Logan Hensley, the pitcher. 46 is a ground out to third. Sean Berry. 2 outs. And to the top of the order, and Cole Papa Bell, who is 0 for 2. 64 is a single by Cole Papa. George Giles. 43 is a ground ball back to the pitcher, I think. Yes, 1-3. And we go to the bottom of the fifth. 2-0 St. Louis. Larry Walker leads off for the Expos. 44 is a double for Larry Walker, the first base runner for the Montreal Expos. Fast runner at second base, Will Cordero. He'll be followed by Sean Berry and Cliff Floyd. Cordero is a .294 hitter, 15 home runs. I think he's going to swing away. There's a pitch. 56 is a strikeout. 1 down. Sean Berry. 1-4 is a fly to left. 2 outs, and it's going to be up to Cliff Floyd to not spoil this opportunity. Here's the pitch to Cliff Floyd. 26 is a strikeout. So we go to the 6th, still 2-0, St. Louis. Branch Russell leads off for St. Louis in the 6th. 45 is a base on balls. And Branch Russell's been on base twice. Average speed. Willie Wells. 25 is a 11, and that's going to be a single. Murray will go to third and can steal second on the first pitch, so he's going to try. Montreal's catcher is Fletcher. He is an 8. He'll be out 11 through 23. There's a throw. 32, and Willie Wells is safe with a stolen base. Second and third, no outs. And a very dangerous George Suttles steps up to the plate. Expos are going to play the infield in. Here's the pitch to Suttles. 24 is a 40. Error on the second base. Both runners score. So Settles reaches first, 2 runners score on the air. It doesn't say that the batter goes to second, so we'll leave him at first. Here is Dewey Creasy. And now it's 4-0 St. Louis. 1-5 is a 10. That's going to be a single to right center field. Suttles will go to third. And Creasy can steal on the first pitch, which he will. 61, Creasy is safe. Second and third. Montreal once again plays the infield in. Those 2 runs were not earned, at least so far. Here's John Russell, 45 is going to be a walk. Loading the bases. All right, the Expos will bring in Butch Henry from the bullpen, grade B pitcher, YZ modifiers. Bases are loaded with 1 out. And we got John Henry Russell's at first base. Dewey Creasy's at second base, and Will Suttles at third. Ted Radcliffe, the batter, and they're going to play the infield back, try to get a double play. Here's the pitch to Radcliffe. 44 is a 7 with the bases loaded. And that's a single over second. 2 runners will score. And if Russell's fast, he goes to third. He is fast. So first and third. 6-0 St. Louis Stars on the 2 RBI single by double duty Radcliffe. Logan Hensley. 1-3 is a probably a walk. No. He's got the Z modifier, 2 balls, no strikes. 31 is a 9 against the B pitcher. First and third. Single over short. 1 runner scores. The other goes to second. That makes it 7-0 St. Louis. And the horse is out of the barn. Go Papa Bell. 24 is a fly ball to center field. It is not deep enough to score the run. And that's 2 outs, and the batter is George Giles. St. Louis will have batted through the order in the 6th inning. 22 is a 7. That's going to be a base hit. No, it's not. It's going to be a fly out to center field. So that's 3 outs, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs score. And we'll figure out later which ones are earned and which ones are not. Bottom of the 7th, St. Louis Stars 7, Montreal Expos nothing. Catcher Darren Fletcher will lead off for the Expos in the bottom of the 6th inning. And then we might see a pitch hitter for the pitcher. Henry, 65, is a pop-up to the catcher, 1 down. Pitch hitter for Montreal will be Lou Frazier. 33 is a 8 against a B. That's going to be a fly out the center. 2 outs. Jeff Shaw is warming up in the bullpen. He'll pitch the 7th inning. And Marquise Grissom, top of the order. 23 is a 33. That is going to be a pop out to second base. 3 outs. All right, we go to the 7th inning, 7-0, St. Louis. All right, Jeff Shaw will be pitching for the Expos. Grade C pitcher, YZ modifiers, and Branch Russell leads off for St. Louis. 22 is a single for Branch Russell. He is 2 for 3 on the day. 1 down, no outs. Willie Wells. And Willie Wells is also 2 for 3. Here's the pitch. 6-6 roll. There's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. 9-0. St. Louis. And the Montreal Expos are finding out that this team is no joke. They won championships in the Negro Leagues in 1928, 30 and 31. George Suttle steps in the box. 1-1 roll for him. That's a drive. And it is out of here for a home run. Back-to-back home runs by Wells and Suttles. And it is now 10-0. And with no outs in the 7th inning, we are now down to the rotating dice on the scoreboard. It's 10-0 St. Louis. Dewey Creasy, 1-2 is a 25. That's going to be a ground out to second base. John Russell. '63 is a fly out to right field. And now Ted Rycliffe. 64 is a strikeout. So 3 runs on 3 hits. St. Louis 10 and Montreal nothing. All right, Mike Lansing leads off for the Expos. 63 is a roll. That's a fly ball to Cool Papa Bell in center. 1 away. And this has been a lopsided game. Hensley has allowed only 1 Expos hit. Moises Alou, 61 is a 40. That's going to be a foul ball for strike 1. 23 is a pop out to the second baseman. 2 outs. Larry Walker, who has the only Montreal hit. 63 is a fly ball to left field. That's Branch Russell. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the top of the 8th inning. 10-0 St. Louis. Logan Hensley leads off the 8th. 1-3 is a base on balls. New pitcher is Gil Heredia, grade C YZZ modifier, but he has started the inning by walking the pitcher. Cool Papa Bell steps up to the plate. 1 for 4. There's the pitch to Cool Papa. 24 is a fly ball to Marquise Grissom in center field. 1 away, and George Giles. 1-2 is a double play 4-6-3 ground out. Ending the inning, we go to the bottom of the 8th. 10-0 the Stars. Logan Hensley, working on a 1-hitter, will face Cordero, Berry, and Floyd in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch to Cordero. That's going to be a hit column roll for the Expos here. And 52 is going to be just a single, though. Second hit for Montreal. Fast runners at first. Sean Berry. This is the point of weakness inning for Logan Hensley. 44 is a 8 against a B. That's going to be a ground out to third base. Cordero goes to second. Scored 5-3, 1 down. That brings up Cliff Floyd. 63 is a fly to right field. And now the catcher, Darren Fletcher. 63 also, that's going to be a fly to center. 3 outs. We go to the 9th. It is St. Louis 10 and the Expos 0. Gil Heredia will remain in the game to pitch the 9th inning for Montreal. Here is Branch Russell. 65 is a pop-up to the catcher, Darren Fletcher, 1 down. Willie Wells, 3-4-4 with a home run and 2 RBIs and 3 runs scored. 1-6 is a 28 that's going to be a ground out to shortstop. 2 away. Mule Suttles. He also homered in the game. There's a pitch to settle. 64 is a pop out to the third baseman. Go to the bottom of the ninth, 10-0 St. Louis. All right, Jeff Gardner will pitch hit for the pitcher Heredia. He leads off the bottom of the ninth inning for Montreal. 64 is a swing and miss for strike 3, 1 down. Marquise Grissom. I watched St. Louis, or listened to the radio of a game back in the 60s in spring training where the Kansas City A's had a 10-0 lead in the ninth in spring training against St. Louis, and St. Louis came back and scored 11 runs to win that game. It's not going to happen here, though. 33, though, Marquise Grissom gets a hit column roll here, and that is going to be a 42. That's going to be a triple for Marquise Grissom. Only the third hit of the game for Montreal. Mike Lansing. 31 is a 9 against a B pitcher who, after pitching 8 innings of shutout ball, is really an A. So we'll see what that's going to be. 31, I forgot the roll. That's a 9. Fly out to center field. Runner scores. So a sac fly for Lansing. Expos get a consolation run here in the ninth. Moises Alou, 2 outs. 1-1 roll for Alou. That's a hit column roll. 61 is a double for Moises Alou. Hensley would be tired, so he goes back to a B now. And Alou's at second. One more out to get for Hensley here is Larry Walker. He's running on fumes here. Here's the pitch. 35 is a 9 against the B. That's going to be a single. Alou scores. 10-2. And Hensley says, no, I'm going to finish this game. Cordell's the batter now. Walker's at first. 53 is a 18 against column 2. That's going to be error on the shortstop. That doesn't help things for St. Louis. First and second. Sean Berry. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field, and that will do it for the ball game. The final score, the St. Louis Stars 10 and the Montreal Expos 2. We'll be back with a wrap-up. All right, the Stars came out to shine today. They scored 10 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. Montreal Expos scored 2 runs on 5 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher was Logan Hensley for the St. Louis Stars. 9 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 hits and 4 strikeouts, no walks. And Pedro Martinez was the loser, 5 innings and 4 earned runs. Home runs in the game by Willie Wells and Mule Suttles. And it was an onslaught, starting from the 6th inning on. St. Louis dominated the game. The stars of the game would be Willie Wells, 3 for 5, 3 runs scored, homer, and 2 RBIs. Mule Suttles was 1 for 3 with a home run and 1 RBI. So Willie Wells is the star of the game, even over Logan Hensley. Willie Wells was a .332 lifetime hitter in the Negro Leagues, and he hit .404 or 3 maybe in 1930, which was his best season. He also hit .369 in games against white pitching in 1930. So Willie Wells is your star of the game, and the St. Louis Stars go up 1-0 on the Montreal Expos in this series, best of 3 series. Thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button if you like what you see, and hit the thumbs up as well. Thanks for watching again. Good night and God bless.